Hello, friends. Welcome to Light on Granite with Diana. I'm so glad you're here today. Please take a comfortable seat. Elongate your spine. Close your eyes and let the day go. This is your time. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Raise those arms up towards the sky. And then grab your right wrist with your left hand and let's do a side bend to the left. Inhale back up, switch sides, and over to the right. Inhale back up, release your hands. Let's come into a gentle side twist starting in the right. Back to center, let's twist to the left. And back to center. Let's just move into some gentle neck rolls, one way, and then the other. And then let's put our feet together in front of us into butterfly pose and go ahead and flap those wings, loosening up those legs and those hip joints just a little bit. And release. Come into table onto your mat. And then we're going to move into our cat-cow series. So move with your breath. You're going to inhale, head up, arc your back. Exhale, head down, round the spine. Inhale, head up. Exhale, arc the spine. Inhale, head up. Exhale, arc the spine. And then come back to neutral spine and push into downward dog. And then go ahead and pedal your feet and loosen your calves. And now, friends, I want you to walk your feet mat distance apart. Take a deep breath in, let it out, and then walk your hands up to your feet. So you're coming into forward fold at the back of your mat. I want you to go ahead and hold on to your elbows, hanging forward in your forward fold. And then we're going to bend our knees and gently roll up into standing and roll our elbows above our head, getting a nice stretch in. Feel free to do a little back bend if that feels good to you. And release. And now from here, friends, we're going to come into 3 squats. So inhale, arms up. Make sure your toes are pointed outward, heels are in, facing each other, and squat down. And come back up, and squat down. Come back up, and squat down. We're going to hold this squat for a few breaths. And push up into standing. Now take a nice wide step across your mat. We're going to have our toes pointing outwards again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to keep a bend in your knees if you need to. And then I want you to plug your fingertips into the mat. And we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Raise up your head, raise up your chest. Exhale, head down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. From here, friends, we are going to inhale our right arm up towards the sky. If you can, follow it with your gaze. Nice gentle twist here. And then release that right arm down. And we're going to inhale the left arm up, looking up with our gaze. And exhale, release. Go ahead and put a bend in your knees. We're going to walk our feet in a little bit closer together. And as we roll up, we're going to come into another squat. Beautiful. Push up into standing. And let's walk to the top of our mat. From here, we're going to move into 3 rounds of Sun Salutation A. So go ahead, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then look up to the top of your mat. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And then look up. Step forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. And 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Come back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And then look up. Step forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. We are building some heat, friends. And so now we're going to do 3 rounds of Sun Salutation B. So this time, we're going to inhale our arms up and we're going to come into chair pose. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Come back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now from here, we're going to step our right foot forward and we're going to angle our left foot at a 45 degrees. Inhale, arms up, come into warrior 1. Make sure your feet are on separate train tracks and your knees over your ankle. And then we're going to go ahead and release and do our vinyasa flow. So coming down into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And then we're going to switch sides, coming into warrior 1, leading with the left foot. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. And exhale, release, doing our vinyasa flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And then we're going to step forward, top of our mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, come into chair. And then push into standing, arms down. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up, come into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And then we're going to come into Warrior One, leading with our right foot. Make sure you can see your big toe. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Come back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And switch sides. Left foot forward, come into Warrior One. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come back down, do our flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And then look up to the top of your mat, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up, come into chair. And then push into standing, release those arms down. One last time, you've got this. Inhale, arms up, come into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Come into Warrior One. Exhale, come back down. Let's take our flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And then left side, left foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Take our flow. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Let's hold our dog for 3 breaths. And then bend your knees and come down into Child's Pose. Well done. Now from friends, from here we're going to move into a series of upward dogs from Child's Pose. So we're going to inhale, come forward into upward dog, pushing on our hands, opening up our chest, and then exhaling, pulling those hips back, coming back into Child's Pose. Then inhaling, rolling forward, opening up that chest, raising up that chin. Exhale, pull those hips back. One more time, inhale, roll forward, open up that chest. Exhale, pull those hips back. Beautiful. Now from here, friends, we're going to come into our puppy pose. So let's extend our arms out in front of us, raise our sits bones towards the sky, and let our chest collapse towards the mat. And then inhale. We're actually going to come into rabbit pose. So we're going to put our head down on the mat in front of us and extend our arms along the sides of our bent legs. Even though it's called rabbit pose, I also imagine it's like an ostrich sticking its head in the sand. And then go ahead, inhale, just come right up onto your knees. And from here, we're going to move into Camel Pose. So you have an option to plug your toes in if you'd like to create a little bit more lift in your Camel Pose. Or if you're comfortable with Camel, keep your feet relaxed. And we're going to go ahead and inhale, our arms behind us, grabbing onto our heels, arcing our back, opening up our chest. Wonderful heart-opening pose of camel. Just breathe. And slowly bring your arms forward. And then go ahead and come onto your bottom. We're going to put our legs bent in front of us, wrap our arms around our thighs, hold on to our elbows if we can, and then pull yourself toward your legs, pulling yourself forward, pulling your head down. And then release, come back to neutral spine. Slide those hands behind your back, fingertips pointing forward. And from here, we're going to come into a supported boat pose. So I want you to inhale and raise your legs up. You can raise them as high or keep them as low as is comfortable for you. If it's too hard to keep your legs straight, feel free to keep a bend in your legs. And then from here, we're going to do alternate tapping with our feet. So we're going to go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And then go ahead, release your feet down, coming into butterfly pose. We're going to sit up straight, take a nice inhale, hinge from the hips, and forward fold. Inhale back up. Let's stretch those legs nice and wide on either side of us. And then we're going to go ahead and stretch over to the right. Inhale back to center. Stretch over to the left. Inhale back to center and forward fold. Inhale back up. And now, keeping in this wide-legged pose, I want you to just bend your legs and plant your feet. We're going to hold on to our legs, and in this pose, we are going to forward fold. And inhale up and release. Now from here, friends, we're actually just going to raise our knees up, hold on to them with our arms, toes pointing down but not touching the mat, coming into our cosmic egg. If you are pregnant and have a big belly like me, feel free to keep your legs separated to create some room. If not, feel free to have your legs touching in your cosmic egg. Beautiful. Now, while balancing in our cosmic egg, we're actually going to move into alternating single leg boat. So not too dissimilar from what we did before. We're going to extend our right leg out, let it hover above the mat, bend it, bring it in, extend our left leg out. Bend it in, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Excellent. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and come onto our backs onto the mat. I want you to bend your knees again. Put your hands on your knees, and we're going to come into opposing knee circles. So we're going to go one way, and then the other. Excellent. Plant those feet down. Take a nice inhale and pull those hips up, coming into bridge pose. And then we're going to exhale down. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. One last time. Inhale up. Let's hold this. And gently roll down to the mat. So from here, I want you to cross your left leg over your right. Extend your arms out into a T. We're going to come into a supine twist. Let your legs fall to the right as your gaze goes over your left fingertips. And breathe. And then inhale those legs back up, uncross them. This time, right leg crosses over the left. Legs fall to the left, gaze is over the right fingertips. And then inhale those legs back up, uncross them. Walk your feet mat's distance apart, and then let those knees just fall in towards each other and rest against each other. And then raise your arms overhead and hold on to your elbows. And let's just breathe in this pose for a couple moments. And gently release and come into a nice full body stretch. And then stretch out into Shavasana. Let everything go. And take a deep breath in. Let it go. Wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. Rock your head side to side. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And then gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. From here, friends, we are going to move into our breathing exercise, so make sure that you are comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Gently close your eyes. And now I want you to inhale for the count of 6. And then you're going to exhale for the count of 6. And then inhale for the count of 7. And exhale for the count of 7. Continue each time increasing by 1 count. Inhaling for the count of 8. Exhaling for the count of 8. Keep working your way up until you can't expand your breath anymore. And once you come to that point, you'll just release and return to normal breathing. Beautiful. Gently release. Now, friends, I want you to imagine a beautiful beach and the waves crashing on the beach. Imagine the sounds the waves make as they're coming to and fro on the shore. Imagine the smells that you're encountering in the air, potentially rockweed, the salt of the sea. Imagine the colors, the reflection of the sunlight off the waves. And then I want you to tune into the waves and match your breathing with the waves. So as the waves come crashing in, you're inhaling. As they're pulling back out to sea, you're exhaling. Breathing in as the waves come in, exhaling as the waves go out. And as you're breathing with the waves, try to keep all of your other senses stimulated, thinking about the sights and the sounds and the smells that would surround you if you were on the beach right now, breathing with the waves. Excellent. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. Let's inhale, arms up, hands together, bring them down in front of your heart. Thank yourself for your practice today. You created some nice heat in your body, opened and stretched things out, reconnected with your breath and with this moment. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'm hoping you have a great rest of the day. Sending you love and light. Namaste.